treat the stick like it's a blade. Right? We don't just swing, do all kinds of twirly, whatever, right? We treat this like it's an edge weapon. 1, 2, and this is the basic strikes right here. 1, 2, this is what you learn on your first day. And then you start with the footwork, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's your treble. 1, 2, 1, 2. Around. 1, 2. Going in reverse. 1, 2. 1, 2. These are very, very basic strikes. You have to be able to torque your hips, turn your body, and strike, because you need those mechanics to be able to fight dynamically. You're not going to be standing still and trying to take a whack at each other. You're actually, if I'm going to attack my opponent, I'm really going to come after him. But I can control how far in I go and when I need to get out. So first we start people off with something basic again, right? The core system called 5 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, you have 2 downward. Because this is a bridging system, we emphasize the diagonal strike. Right? Why? Because if I'm coming at him, he doesn't protect his head, it's going to end up being cracked, right? Or we'll have mutual destruction. So, my friend Gary here is actually, when I attack, right? He's going to learn to protect himself, and he's also going to move out when I come at him, right? That little demonstration, I'm aiming for the stick. That's just for the training, right? In reality, I'm actually aiming for that hand, right? That hand's gone. Once that hand's gone, then I can take his head. Then I take his knee. Right? So that's why the 5 attacks, our 5 attacks is set up that way, right? I try to go for your hand, and miss. I try to go for your head, you got away. Now I'll take your legs so you can't run away no more. And once you're down, now I take your hand.
Of the Pekiti Tirsia Kali system is this particular style. Although there are many different types and we use a variety, this is the signature weapon of the Pekiti Tirsia Kali system.
Alright, so I was talking about how with the stick, how you treat it like it's a blade. Because when you finally do pick up a blade, those same mechanics need to transfer over, right? You can't be training with a stick, moving a certain way, and then the moment someone tosses you a longsword, you don't know what to do with it. Or suddenly you're very cautious and you're very careful. If you're doing it right, you should still, even if you start from a beginning standpoint, right? This is still my diagonal, my 1 and 2. You notice that I'm using the same exact angles and strikes as I was doing with my blade, right? Because something sharp is coming back my way. So I have to know where everything is at all times. Right? So when I'm moving with this, 1, 2, 3, 4, see, I make sure that my mechanics are tight. But staying in place is no good, right? I have to make sure that when I train my footwork, right? Everybody talks about footwork, but very few actually execute it, okay? When you train, put your feet together, then you take off. Here.
Things change dramatically when you have an actual bladed weapon in your head. The potential, for me, bringing the weapon back into my own body or not having it structurally sound if it's contacted. So the idea is to use geometry of the angles to be able to move and strike safely.